Lego Crafter Studios. Hello everybody, Lego Crafter here. Today we are at my work desk. Neat, huh? By the way, I hope you enjoyed my most recent video, Shadow, dark dude. Very proud of it, worked really hard on it. And I also suggest you watch Convenient Man, the FBI's the animation category film fest winner. So, neat. Anyway, today we're going to need to assemble a little minifig for a walking animation cycle. This cycle consists of 5 motions that can be manipulated to include several movements for Lego figs. The first and most basic being lifting the foot. As you could guess, you just simply move the foot off the ground. Not too high though, just make sure it rests above the peg it's in front of. Step 2 though is much more annoying. Balancing over the mid-step. The point of this is to create a bit more length between the actual step, so you have it kind of float above the 2 pegs, one in front and one behind it. Step 3 is the half step. Nothing too subtle, you just kind of move it down. Not on the base of the peg, but just kind of sticking to it. Step 4 is the finish step, where the leg finally finishes the step on the peg, and it goes all the way down to the base. Step 5, the easiest, is just the return step. Put it back into its position. Now when continuing, make sure to use the other leg. When you use the same one, it gets this stupid look that I hate so much. So remember, the other leg, not that one. So restarting, you have this so far. Step 1 again, lifting the foot. This foot, because that's where it came from. And then, recycling all the steps, you get the other part of the walk. So finally we have one step, and the second step. Now I don't often move the arms for my walking cycles, but if you do, it's a simple process. Corresponding arm is up with the first leg, and the climax here, when they're at the widest. Say the same about on the half step, condense a bit on the finish step, and then basically return at the 5th step. So with that, you have a walk. My current FPS is 15 frames per second, a bit faster than my average, which is actually 12.5 frames per second, just something I like to work with. So anything around that range is good for this kind of walk. So I hope this is helpful to you. I know I didn't go into any like the background stuff, like I guess walking backwards, walking sideways, but I think it's best just to use what I just gave you now and I guess be creative with it, because that's how you animate best. It's what you know you can do and learning to do it yourself. And just keep animating if you're stuck. That's how it works. You don't get good at art or stuff like this just by learning it off of tutorials. You do it and you get better over time, which is what I did for 3 years. Anyway, look off the route.